How many mugs have you got?
6.
Oh, really?
Actually, no. Actually, I've got loads, but they're like my granddad's old ones.
How many plates have you got?
Like 10.
Do you want them all, or?
I'll give you a plate.
Thank you.
I should actually set you up. I'll give you. What do you need? A knife and a plate.
No,
you've got a knife. You need a fork.
No, I don't need a plate. I was just having a laugh.
I should give you. You can take one home.
Okay, thanks.
Welcome to New Year's. Why is Harriet crying?
Was that recorded?
Yeah.
People know you don't have forks.
People know you don't. How many plates have you got?
I got enough stuff to eat off.
Do you want a mug? I'll give you a mug.
I got enough mugs. Yes, Elliot?
No, I was saying you got one.
No, I don't have plates. I don't believe in plates. I don't want them. I like shallow, wide bowls.
But you say
That's
this.
just a plate.
Yeah, and every time we go there, like, it's just really inconvenient.
For who?
For like, it's fine for you on your own, but you're not an island.
Right, well, you're not coming back.
Fine.
Or you, Elliot.
What?
I can hear you silently agreeing with her.
No, I don't take sides.
Happy New Year.
That was the most grumpy Happy New Year I've ever heard. God, I mean, it's got to be a better year than... The thing is, everyone keeps saying, I mean, things can't ever be this bad again.
Of course they
and I'm
can.
like, of course they can. They can be worse.
What do you mean?
This isn't a war.
Oh, you think...
That's what I keep thinking. I'm like, don't say this. Things can't
changed your
get as
tune.
bad again. What do you mean?
You were like, this is awful, before you were like, this is
It
the
is
worst it can
awful.
be.
I've never said it's the worst it can be. I've
It's the
never
worst
said
you've
that
ever
because I have a
experienced.
very vivid imagination. We talked about this on the last
Fucking
episode.
idiot.
So I can imagine things getting worse.
But also, it's not like it changes when New Year's happens. Like, we know for a fact that January and February is going to be just the same as November, December,
But
right?
mentally it
No,
does.
it's worse. It's worse. Because people will have been at home for
Because
Christmas.
yeah.
God, that's so bleak. The thing is, in my head, though, it does always. I like a fresh start, and I like a new calendar, like a new day. So to me, like whatever you say, it will still feel like a new start on the 1st of January.
Yeah, still be nice.
Have you guys bought new diaries
No,
or calendars?
no.
No, I don't use like written down diaries.
I make
have a
my own
journal.
calendar out of a piece of A4 paper and a ruler.
I was just talking to Elliot, actually.
Sorry.
What? You have a journal?
Yeah, I have a couple of.
But that's
I have
not
2
dated.
journals. No, I have like not planning events type ones.
Right,
'cause
so
I
your
don't.
thoughts and dreams.
I don't do enough. All I have is this.
Yeah.
So like I go. I know in 2 Fridays' time I'm doing. Yeah,
So what do you write in it? It's like Dear Diary kind of thing.
just like my emotions and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
Elliot. Is it one of those ones that already have the emotions there? So like you circle
Tick
if
'em
it's
off.
sad and
No.
or you circle if it's happy. Have you
Ew,
seen
what's
these?
that? No.
You'd
No,
like one
I'm
of
too
those.
complex for a pre.
Oh, you have to have a whole full sentences.
I do
Yeah.
the same thing as well.
What do you do?
I write a journal.
No, you don't. Your journal will be like, bought butter,
No, it wouldn't be.
got a new hat.
Did joke about butter.
Yeah.
People
Yeah,
laugh.
your journal will be did podcast. Your journal will be did podcast.
I contain multitudes. You leave me alone.
I do. You two don't.
You don't have any
You'd be like
multitudes. You
moved
have
house,
chewed.
found rat, left.
Rat on foot,
Rat
cried.
on foot, cried.
I was terrified you read my diary once. Do you remember?
Why?
Do you remember when I was staying at Sean's and then you were over and I think you had a call because you were on the radio.
I was doing a radio call. Yeah,
but you were in the room
Yeah,
where
yeah,
I
reading your
hid my
diary.
diary.
His
So
thoughts
I
and
had to
dreams,
go
yeah.
in partway through and
Slagged
take it off.
everyone off.
Elliot, I can't believe it.
He
So
called
you did read
Sean a
it. He called Sean a c***.
Oh yeah, but that's
They let you stay in their house. You called him a c*** writing in your journal.
okay.
Can we bleep that out?
No. Sean's got to know. If he doesn't know, he can't improve.
Okay, well, let's do a warning at the beginning saying that you said in this episode.
No, you said it.
You said it
Well,
as well.
Elliot said it first in his
I
diary.
I
said it
never
first.
To be
say
fair.
it. I don't like that word.
Elliot wrote it in his diary first. I once actually, because I go through fits and starts, and sometimes I write a diary just like, but then they're always like so bleak that I don't know. I can never make
Why is
them
it
like.
bleak?
I don't know. I just start writing and then I just write about
Do you
all
think?
the
Oh
awful
my god!
things
Do you
that
think
are
you're
happening.
actually quite a bleak person, but you hide it?
I don't
You
know.
just push it down.
Yeah, I think so. And so then,
You have to let it out.
but I was like, right, that's what I was doing in this diary. But then I think my therapist was like, stop doing that. You're just starting the day, you're just writing down all these horrible things. And then anyway, I was like, but then I was like making peace with writing a diary and like being like, oh, I will say how I feel in this diary. And then I feel safe. No one's going to read it because I was worried for a long time someone was going to read it. And then I came downstairs one morning and
God.
walked out the front door. And I guess like a fox had found the diary and then it was
What do you mean a
strewn
fox had
and
found
ripped.
your diary?
What, in your house?
I don't know what happened, but it was literally like a nightmare where my diary pages were strewn across outside our front
Why
door.
do you have so
don't
many
understand.
animals ruining your life?
I don't know. I do live like Snow White, but like a kind
So
of
a
evil
fox
version.
found your diary, ripped it
Or-
up down the street.
Or I don't know who else, but like, can you imagine your pages of your diary just
Yeah,
being
yeah,
on the
yeah.
road
That's a
outside your
nightmare.
house? It was literally like a nightmare. And then I was having to gather them, and then the wind was taking them, and I was having to grab them.
Did you like hide the diary outside? Why is
I
there...
think I did. I don't
you hide
know
it
what
inside
happened.
a
how the
fox?
fox
Maybe
got
it was
in
an
your
old
house?
diary and I threw it out. But all I
Yeah,
remember.
that's what it was.
That probably does make sense, actually. But it was
Why are you
just
throwing
all
it
your
out?
thoughts were strewn around the.
But then, like, I think if I'm walking down the street and there's bits of writing on paper, I wouldn't bother picking it up.
You
and
would
reading
if it was mine. You
I
would want
always
to.
Yeah,
know.
that's
do
it.
that,
You,
yeah.
you would take it and then you'd keep it and then
I
you'd
was-
blackmail me with it.
I was actually a little bit
Say,
anxious.
give me a
at-
plate for your thoughts.
I was a bit anxious at throwing out all my old writing into the tip because it's
Wow.
like reams of paper.
Bit arrogant that you think that people care about.
Well, a
your
bit arrogant
writing.
people think they care about
Mike,
your
they
writing.
did. They clearly did. Either
No,
a
who?
fox or a journalist went
No
through
one-
my bins and then strewn my
Yeah,
diary
yeah,
everywhere.
Yeah.
So what? You were worried that you thought somebody would find it
No,
and
I
they'd
was like,
keep
what's
it.
in here that someone could read and think these are the words of a psychopath?
Wait,
But that
that's
sounds
where.
like what a psychopath would think. Like,
No, a psychopath wouldn't be worried. A psychopath would be like, no, that's normal.
Why did you go to psychopath?
Just, I don't know, just anything bad.
No, see, I go to like worry about hurting someone's feelings, like that I've written
I
about
don't write
someone
bad
and then
things
they've
about
hurt their
people.
feelings. But you know,
Maybe that's
you're
because you write
worried-
bad things about people.
No, but
and
you're
you.
worried that people think you're a psychopath. So you're not worried about somebody else's feelings being hurt. You're worried about being discovered,
Yeah, but I don't
That's
write about. I don't
ominous.
write bad things about people like you two.
like us two. Who do you
Yeah,
write
you're
bad
worried
things
about other people apart from you two.
That's really
Thank
nice,
you.
actually.
Yeah.
Thank you,
I've
Sunil.
absolutely been
Year.
slaughtered in these mind games today.
Wow, it's nice actually. I feel like before it was like you and Bobby always take sides, and
Yeah,
now I
yeah.
feel like Elliot's come to my side. I know you don't take sides, Elliot,
Should
but
be
we
this.
know. We know.
Yeah, he's just helping you out because he feels sorry for you.
That's the kind of mean thing that me and Elliot have to fight against.
It's a very toxic environment.
Yeah, very toxic.
Should we try and cleanse? Let's have a clean
We have to
2021.
cleanse to go into 2021.
nice.
Yes. What do you? Either of you have any New Year's resolutions?
Well, I don't know because this is completely true. My New Year's resolutions for 2020 was like go out more and see more of London.
Yeah, nice one. Yeah.
It was
you
all-
did this, Elliot.
it was all
This is
very
your fault
much-
for wishing for more.
Yeah, and I'd never made a resolution before. This is the first time I'd ever done it.
Yeah.
And I basically had a plan to do like every month go on a little adventure either in London or elsewhere. And it's like no, no.
You can still have. I was reading about this in like an article on how to find joy even in miserable times. You can still have little adventures nearby. So like you could maybe go to I'm trying to think of an example, and it's really hard. You could go look at like cool
Jesus
tree or something. Like if you go on an adventure somewhere, like
Yeah.
where could he go?
I mean, I
Carnaby
feel
Lights. You could go look at Carnaby Lights, and then that's like your adventure.
I could do that, and then I'll feel like I've accomplished something because I'll be like I could just go and do
Yeah.
that quite easily.
I actually feel as if life is a great adventure on its own. Really.
Have you ever made a resolution?
No.
Well, I think you should, because they're for people to improve themselves, and I think you could do some improvement.
Clean.
Have I got my back to him? I feel like I have my back to him, and it
Yeah,
feels
I've got a
good.
resolution.
What?
Me and Elliot are going to go and do a woodworking class.
You're going to get loads of splinters,
Yeah,
and then
I
you're
know,
going to
it's
be
gonna
really...
hurt. I'm gonna be really
You're gonna
grumpy
be
all the time.
really
With my
grumpy.
splinters all over me.
But what is that? You keep mentioning that, but
No,
what
I
is
just-
that?
I looked it up the other day because I want to do something
Crafty.
crafty. And
You
I
already
thought,
do crafty things all the time.
what's that? Like what?
Like, I'm just thinking of the other use of the word crafty.
Yeah, go on then. Yeah, explain yourself.
Like when you sneak
Explain
into...
this accusation. When I sneak, what?
when you sneak into people's
What? Whoa.
cupboards.
When I
and
sneak
then
into
you
people's
steal
cupboards.
their umbrellas.
And steal their umbrellas. Okay,
A bit
that's
crafty.
a wild accusation that I deny. Yeah, I thought I'd do something with my hands. So something crafty. And I was thinking, what can I do?
Knitting.
I'd ideally
Knitting.
like to
There's
do
a
something
knitting
at
shop near
home. So
here.
knitting would be great.
Yeah.
But I want to do something where I made something at the end of it.
What would you want? Do they tell you what to make, or can they just?
I think
Do you-
start
they just give you the
small.
wood?
I think it's got like a wooden table.
That's not small. The table's big.
Small tables are small.
What is it? Table for dolls?
No, like a
doll
little coffee table or a side
Absolutely.
table.
That is not how you start. Absolutely not.
Well, I'm going to start that way.
No, that is an advanced level wood crafting.
You start with, like, a
you
coat
are gonna
hanger.
make
You just
a
showed me the
bookmark.
table your dad made.
You're-
It's
yeah.
a slab of wood with 4 metal legs.
Yeah, he felled that tree. You're not felling
did he
any
fell the
trees.
tree?
He fell the tree
I'm
and he
gonna fell a
cut
tree.
the thing and then he cut the wood. You're not doing any of that. You're going to make a little bookmark. So you're going to make a
splinter.
little wooden...
A spatula.
And every time you read, you're going to go, ow!
No, do you know what? I'm going to make some plates.
A wooden plate. Nobody wants that.
All right, I'll do a pottery class.
You are all over the place today. You're so confident about something and then you immediately backtrack.
Maybe that. I don't know. I think that's
I can
my
imagine
resolution.
you both actually like that film Ghost style. Both of you making a
Around
pot.
each other.
Yeah.
Who's the ghost?
Okay.
I'm the ghost.
So is it in a
wait.
row
So one of us
three
is the
where it's
pottery
one
wheel.
behind the other
Three
behind
of
the
us,
other?
no, all three of us are making it. But my arms don't reach. I'm at the back.
So the clay's just spinning out of control. Okay, that's an interesting
Okay.
image.
That's what I'm imagining.
Yeah, so I'll either do that or I don't know. So I'll find something.
I think you need to aim lower because then you're actually going
I
to do
think you
it.
need to aim lower.
I couldn't
What are
aim
you gonna
lower
do?
if
What
I
was yours?
tried
What's your
right
That's
now.
New Year's resolution.
Well,
Stop sneaking into people's cupboards and stealing umbrellas.
That was yours. That should be yours. Mine last year was to stop like pushing so much and just let things happen. And
What did you
it
push?
I feel like I brought the whole pandemic. Like I was just being too like forceful with things and impatient. And then I've been forced to be patient by the year.
This is
I
narcissism,
wished
isn't
for
it?
something that I did not want. And it
There's
has
an
had
element of narcissism
horrible
to this whole-
consequences
So is
around
that
the
not
whole
helped?
world.
Is it not helped to force you to be patient? Have you not?
I could not feel more impatient right now, but I'm trying to embrace
Right.
it. Yesterday, I woke up at 9 and watched morning TV. I've given up, I think, is what's happened. And morning TV
Right.
it's absolute garbage, I will say. And I've got 2 advent calendars. I ate my advent calendars while watching morning TV in my dressing gown, and I didn't get dressed until
Harriet.
6 p.m. when I had to go to a gig. And so this year has forced me to give up.
So your resolution is
Next
to give
year
up more.
resolution is to push more again because I couldn't
to
push
start
last year to
pushing
start
again.
pushing again because I've
Oh, right.
stopped pushing too much and I've
You've
just
learned to
given
have
up.
confidence in who you were before.
Yeah, I think I need to be able because at the moment I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to do anything. I have truly given up. My
Yeah,
hair
you do. You love
can't be
going
bothered.
somewhere.
Not anymore. This is because I've given in to the year.
I think this is something that a lot of people are feeling currently. It's like I think it's the weather. It's just been dark for like 2 weeks
It's
now.
really dark.
It's been grim. The nights are
Yeah.
really dark, and also there's the pandemic. And there's like Christmas. Maybe is that New Year's? No, that's not going to happen. What have people really got? There's no parties to look forward to at the end of the year. That's
Is
the way you get through the
really
dark season.
Nothing
by,
to look
like,
forward to. Yeah,
getting
usually this time of the
fucking
year,
smashed.
I'm just drunk every night, just trying to get through until Christmas Eve when I'll become ill. And then
Yeah.
I'm ill until New Year's, and then won't
Yeah,
drink,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
I'll run for 3 days, and then I'll give
Back
up,
to
and then
nothing,
wait
that's
till
right.
next year to start the whole process again.
But now this year's been more common for people to just. Cause I don't know if either of you are doing this. When you're just sitting at home getting drunk on your own. It's like not
No.
an odd thing anymore. Now
No, I
it's
don't
just,
do
you're
that.
just drinking
And
most nights.
this is
anyway.
an intervention for Sunil. I've actually stopped drinking.
I've stopped drinking.
because
I've
I was
stopped
drinking every night.
There's a bottle of Southern Comfort, Smirnoff, Captain Morgan's, Jack Daniels, and DeLuca. Is that Prosecco? Yeah.
And I've actually ordered some Kahlua to come
That Southern
tomorrow.
Comfort's halfway done. Captain
Well,
Morgan's
that was
halfway
actually
done.
these were actually from my dad. They had a party, and this was left over. So
Because they know you'll drink it, they give it to you.
yeah,
You'll drink leftover drinks from a party, someone else's party. That's you.
well, it's a family party.
Oh,
Without you.
I was invited to this one.
This is not the
I
consolation
shouldn't have
prize.
been so proud about that. No, I was drinking. I think we all were.
Yeah.
Just started drinking every night. I have something to look forward to. But I've knocked it on the head, and I've just said I won't drink alone. So now I have to try and persuade other people to drink. But Bobby doesn't drink, so I'm going to have to find a new
You're going to have to get out
husband
there.
or get out there. Yeah.
Yeah, I've stopped drinking at home as well.
When did you stop? Because last time I saw you, you were drinking multiple cans a night.
Weeks ago I stopped.
How
I
many-
stopped
how many
after all the
weeks?
free cans that Sean's wife gave me.
She has a name.
Yeah,
Alexa.
but they don't know. If I just say Alexa, they'll be like, who's Alexa?
You can still say Alexa, Sean's wife. You
Alexa,
don't just
Sean's
call her
wife.
Sean's wife. Thank you.
She's not going to
Sean
hear this.
Sorry, that was. So
So
obviously,
she
that
gave
was
me-
something that Elliot said very meanly about you in his
What?
diary.
I would never.
That's something that Sunil made up about Elliot reading his diary.
Harriet
right.
has been dropping the C-bomb quite a lot today.
I
coming
do,
through me.
I do find
Yeah.
it quite exciting. It's nothing personal. It just feels thrilling to say something you're not supposed to do.
But just to clarify, I got given a slab of lagers at the beginning of this second lockdown. Chinned the fucking lot of them over the course of a week. That's 12 lagers every week. That's not too many. And then I was like, do you know what? That's enough.
Yeah.
I believe you.
And then I
Yeah,
saw
it's
Red
good.
the other day and got hammered.
Right, so when you said a
Cognac.
few weeks ago you gave up.
Yeah, but that was not at home.
That's with people, so that's
That
my
was at a
rule.
gig,
When
so-
you leave, you can only do it in a social setting.
Fine.
Oh, and then I had a non-alcoholic beer on the street with a friend.
What's the point in that?
Because I didn't want to drink. And there's no point having a beer on the street. It's just nonsense, isn't it? Just to get a drink, just to chat. I haven't seen him for some time, so he was in London.
So have you stopped drinking?
No.
You're still
Have you
going?
Well, no.
How many tins are you having a night?
Well, what I used to do before in the early lockdown was
In the early days.
was the Zoom drinks where then you'd end the
nice.
call and then
Yeah.
you're just sitting in your bedroom drunk.
Yeah.
And it's like nothing.
Ugh.
Whereas now what I'm doing is more is more I'll have a bottle of wine over a week. So I'll have like a glass every
Yeah, that's
couple of
what I
nights or
was
something.
doing, yeah.
Yeah,
But then
yeah.
that seems a bit pointless because I
There's no
like
point-
drinking to get drunk when I'm out. That's
Yeah.
kind of the way I like to do it.
I
more.
actually like the taste of drinking. I would drink every night if I could, just alone, just enjoying it.
Yeah. But then otherwise,
Very
just
brave of you to say so.
I actually,
Harriet.
I find getting drunk gets in the way of just drinking.
You can only have. Two
I'd
drinks
rather
a
not
night.
get drunk.
You can't have more than 2 drinks anyway.
I
can you?
know, but it's annoying. If I didn't get drunk, then I could
That's
just,
a
I enjoy the
nice-
taste. I could just drink and
yeah.
have a nice time.
that must be quite a nice, like, cheaper lifestyle
What is?
to
2 drinks
get
a night.
drunk really quickly.
Well, no, because then I spend the next day vomiting, and then I have to cancel work.
Yeah, fair enough.
So
Um,
just scratching my knee.
I'd like to recommend
Yeah.
a TV program.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's called Rock of Love. Have you heard of it? It's on Amazon Prime at the moment. It was filmed in the, I think, before 2010, but it's a reality show on. It was on VH1.
Are there any housewives on it?
With a bit of work, some of them could be housewives, I guess.
Bit
What
of
the hell
work.
does that mean? What
With a
misogynist
bit of
tribe was
work.
that?
Yeah, but with a bit of misogynist work. Like if someone really wanted to make them housewives, they could force them to.
The hell? What do you mean?
Well, because they don't want to be housewives.
What do they want to be?
What do you mean by housewives? Oh, you mean like real housewives of
Yeah, I
things?
really like the
Oh no.
housewives.
You'd
Oh.
have to you'd have to say you have to be a housewife for them to be housewives.
Is it like goats or something? What? I don't understand.
It's
Goats on a rock and they fall in love.
This musician from a band called Poison, called Bret Michaels, I think. So he's got this house and he hasn't got a wife. So he's like, I need a wife.
To put in my house.
He goes, I need a wife to put in my house. And so VH1 made this program and they sent him like 20 women who are huge fans of his to compete.
Never
to
marry a
be-
fan.
Never marry a fan.
That's-
To compete to be his
compete
like,
physically
companion.
or like
Well, they're basically just at each other's throats from day one, just fighting, drinking, just like really like he's basically sleeping with all of them, it seems. And then they get eliminated weekly, and like he does challenges for them, like being like, I really want a girl who can dirt bike, so he takes them all dirt biking for a day. It's one of the most. It's distressingly. It's not. It's like if you see it as a product of its era, you'll be like, okay, thank God no one's making that program again. But it's like it's mad. It's just like it's just him sleeping with all these women and all them really competing to be his girlfriend. And like you look at them and you're like, you've got more in your lives than just trying to be this dude's like
Yeah.
wife or something. But they're absolutely tunnel vision. All of them want to be his girlfriend.
it sounds awful and I cannot wait to watch it.
And at the end of every episode, after they've kicked one of the girls out, he says, sorry about that, we've got to kick you out. And then he just snogs them and then they leave.
Nice.
And then all the ones that are remaining, they're like cheering. And he gets his mate Dave, who lives with him. He's a roadie. Like this big dude.
Why doesn't Dave get a wife?
Dave's probably doing
He
all
could
right.
pick a wife out of the ones.
I
the
think
other
Dave's
ones.
doing fine.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
if
you know what I mean,
Oh,
right?
okay.
And he gets Dave at the end of the program after they're all cheering and like celebrating. He's like, Dave, let's celebrate. And Dave comes in with 2 6-packs of lager for the birds. And it just finishes with Dave, Bret Michaels, and about 10 women completely dressed up amazingly. Dave in a black t-shirt and jeans, Bret Michaels in a bandana and a leather waistcoat, and all these women just sinking these little tinnies.
Going another one
dancing
down.
around. Yeah, and they're like, yeah, one of our competitors has gone. I'm next in line to be his girlfriend. And 3 series.
3 series.
Right, so he doesn't find a wife.
He doesn't find a wife.
Or does he have multiple wives?
No, he's diabetic as well, so he has to take insulin every now and then.
Is that a challenge?
Is that part?
No, it's not. But and he goes on a date with one of them. He chooses which one to go on a date with every episode. And one of them, he's like, I just can't choose. Can I just go on with both of you? And they're like, yeah.
I cannot. I'm very excited to see that.
It's like, you could not make that now. It's just like it's not acceptable.
You could if it was a woman auditioning a man.
I guess you could, yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know what The Bachelor or The Bachelorette's like, but that's this is pretty raw stuff.
This is fantastic.
That's amazing.
So, do we have any New Year's resolutions?
What? I'm gonna say boyfriend and/or career by the end of the year.
By the end of the year?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
Not this year.
Sorry, not this
2021.
year.
Have you thought of doing an Elliot of Love kind of program to find?
I could nail that.
Just you
No, because I'm worried that they'll
get her
just...
in as Dave, your roadie.
I could be the
Spray the
roadie.
tins around when you've got rid of her.
I think this is why I can never do it. It's like if it was me and then a bunch of competitors in the house, I think they'll all just go for each other. Like,
Elliot, that's
God's
so
sake.
sad.
I'm really worried they just fall in love with each other.
Competing to be with you.
I don't think they are.
You're a famous rock star, Elliot.
You're the famous rock
I am
star.
a famous rock star, Elliot. But if I'm
Elliot.
going to walk into the room with like 12 randos, and I think they'll just like be on a pile with each other, and I'll be like, I don't want to.
That is such a funny idea for a show where they all to have such low self-esteem that they all just fall in love with each other and they go, we don't actually want this.
I'm like, let's go
Surely
paint a
that's
landscape, and they're like, get out.
Yeah. I want to
You're the
paint
fucking
her.
worst one.
Fuck off, nerd.
Yeah.
They're in your house. You have to sleep outside.
They don't want
Take
a
over.
tier of coffee or anything.
Are you one of those people that, like, if someone asks you who your ideal dinner party guest, dead or alive, you worry that even if you choose them, they're not going to like you? They'll be like, what the fuck's Elliot doing?
Yeah, I'd be like,
or Tom Cruise,
I'd be like, Emma
Albert
Thompson
Einstein.
doesn't want to come to my house.
And they'll be sitting there
She
going,
hates
who
it.
the fuck is that guy?
Yeah.
Like, I know you, Albert, but who's that fucking guy? Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah. Staff here are a bit confident. He's just sitting with us.
Yeah. Why is he sitting down? And then you'll be in the kitchen going, anyone want dessert?
Yeah.
And
I'm
they'll be
having a
like,
great
"Who?"
time. Yeah.
And then you just
Pretty much that.
go to bed and then they all stay up in your house.
Yeah.
just
I don't know. They'll be
drinking.
like, we're gonna go for a drink.
They're
but
in the bed.
thanks."
I have to go outside.
What was it like being in Vanilla Sky? Fuck off.
Yeah, so that's mine, I guess.
Yeah,
One of
that
those.
is a worry, though,
Maybe
when you-
self-esteem should be number one before
Yeah.
before the other things.
I think what would really help with your
I've got some
self-esteem
books you can borrow.
is building
Okay,
a
they were.
table.
For God's sake.
But then I've not got anywhere to put the table. It's going to bum me out. If I
That's
come
a
home with the
bookmark.
table, I
That's
can't
a
do
good
it.
Make a
Yeah.
splintery bookmark.
I could do that.
What about some like hypnotism tapes?
Well, I can't make that.
Paul McKenna and that.
Oh. Yeah, I guess, okay. Boyfriend and/or career and/or table by the end of the year.
Do you
Yeah.
want
Then
to
I know I'll
borrow How
win.
to Be a Badass?
Yeah. Well, do you think, are you a badass if you read it?
It didn't
No,
really work for
it
you, did
didn't
it?
work. It
What
didn't
worked
work
for you?
me.
I think what worked for you
Time.
is doing something challenging and succeeding in it.
Yeah. Wait, what did I succeed at?
Well, you've got a career in an industry
Oh.
that's notoriously difficult to.
Oh, thank you so
Make a living
much.
in?
I thought you were going to say something like climbing a mountain.
Weightlifting.
Weightlifting. Yeah,
Why
but I
don't you do
didn't that.
weightlifting and then you can lift more stuff?
I did have a trainer for a bit and she said that I was actually really strong, and she has lots of people and she said that I was actually really strong.
That's just
But
the stupidest thing I've ever
I
heard.
think she might say that to everybody. But I don't know if you've seen
You got some
these,
weights here.
Yeah, you got
but
some
they're
nice.
all
Is
quite-
that 3 kilograms?
Yeah.
Is that's really small?
How many is that?
Yeah, 4 and 5.
Or is
Five.
it 10? You got 10
5 kilograms. That hit you on the head. That would really hurt.
Yeah, well, of course it would.
What's your
a threat.
resolution?
Get fucking ripped. Well, I'm going to be
You would
moving.
be so funny if you were ripped.
It'd be
You
ridiculous,
should get ripped.
I'm gonna
That
move-
would be so funny.
Well, because I'm moving in like February,
Yeah.
and then I'm going to try and persuade Red Richardson, who lives near me, and persuade him to come and get ripped with me.
That seems rude to Red. Red's state at the moment.
Why?
Well, you're saying he's not ripped
Well,
and that
he's-
he needs to get ripped.
He's not ripped. It's,
I will
It's
n-
an objectively real thing to say he's not ripped.
Wow.
We just
Wow.
determined that you was a cub, didn't we?
Yeah.
A what?
A cub.
What's that?
It's a gay thing.
It's okay.
Because you said you weren't. Bobby said you were an otter.
I'm
and
not
then you
hairy
said
enough to
that
be an
You're
otter.
not hairy enough.
But you seem.
No,
like
I'm
you
a
would be
biscuit.
hairy
I'm a
'cause
biscuit
you've
boy
got,
twink.
That sounds so
But you grow
exciting.
facial
What
hair
does
quite
biscuit
quickly.
boy mean?
I'm not slender enough to be a proper twink, but
You're a biscuit
I
boy.
also don't have body hair.
I love
You
biscuits.
love biscuits.
I
Yeah,
love
well, they're shortbread
biscuits.
biscuits.
you
Yeah.
could be a biscuit boy twink.
Can I be a biscuit girl twink?
Like,
I
okay.
don't.
Yeah, anything nowadays. Yeah, go on.
You can be whatever you want.
Thank you.
You're a badass.
You are a badass.
Thank you. Okay, so you're gonna get ripped. You're gonna get a boyfriend, career, or table.
Yeah, any of them.
One of the those three. And I'm gonna start pushing because last year when I stopped pushing, it had dire consequences for the whole world. So I've got to stop. Actually, pushing was better than not pushing.
So what do you
Yeah.
mean by pushing?
Yeah,
so
what
is
does
that
that
just
mean?
does that much mean being more proactive?
Stop like
or,
trying
like,
to push
chasing
things, like
stuff?
make things like
Are you,
and
sorry,
be
you said
so
you were going to start
pushy.
pushing.
Well, this year I stopped pushing.
Stopped.
I stopped pushing because I was too pushy, and then
Next year you're going to what?
next year I'm going to be pushy.
You're
Next
going
year
to
she's
push.
going to
Go
be like
back
she
to
was
being
last
pushy,
year.
yeah, because it didn't work. It caused a global pandemic. So I've got to.
It's still going on.
Yeah, I know because I can't let go. Although I think the 9 a.m. advent calendar and morning TV was a turning point.
I think you
You got to hit the lows, haven't you, to get the highs?
I think
Yeah.
all of us would be better off if we made more stuff. That's what makes us all happy.
Yeah, good
Like
point.
what? Tables.
Tables, comedy, anything except just consuming stuff makes
Yeah,
people happy.
no, it's true. That's what I always find. If I just go on Twitter and I read everyone's thoughts, then I get overwhelmed. But if I tweet, then I feel like I'm part of the conversation.
Yeah, that's the way.
It's part of it.
You're right. You're actually right, and that's annoying.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, happy New Year,
Happy New Year,
everybody.
everyone.
Happy New Year.
May 2021 bring you
Much
joy
joy.
and being able to go outside
Blessings.
and touch people and snog and sneeze without panicking.
Share some spoons with ice cream in them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, lick stuff.
Go down the fucking wet market.
Okay.
Oh.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year. Thank you, patron.
Thank you. Bye.